Zhenya and this is Zhenya's Kitchen. Today we have a recipe for you to share that we found online a long time ago. Of course we tweaked it, of course we've eaten it so many times, and last time I made it for my in-laws. My father-in-law ate them all really quickly and he said, is there more? And I said no. Anyway, today we're making onion rings, but we're not going to fry them, we're going to bake them. So remember that, Jim? You ate them all, you enjoyed them. They are so good, so you should try them again, but you should try making them. So today we're gonna start with chopping the onion and making the rings. We've got a yellow onion here. I think it's a Vidalia onion. It's an onion. So we're gonna cut the butt off first, and now we're going to cut it 2 or 3 times in this just circles. And the last one's probably going to be quite small because I don't want this connecting part. There we go. That's it. This is out. We got 3 rings of onions and we are going to slowly divide them just like this. Onion rings. Woo! Easy. You can ask your kids to help you with it. That's an easy part, to divide the onion rings. More than likely you won't hopefully cry. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my hands and I'm going to start making the coatings. I'll be right back with you. The first coating is the seasoned flour. So we have a Ziploc bag here. You can use a paper bag if you have one. I don't. Put some flour in it. 2 tablespoons. This is probably regular sort of a cup of flour. And now we're going to put about a teaspoon to teaspoon and a half of salt. And about half a teaspoon of black pepper. This is our coating number 1. Our second coating, actually started beating already, is 2 eggs. You can use 1 egg if you want, but just because the flour is going to be all over the onion, it might make the egg a little bit thicker, and you want to have enough egg to coat all of your onion rings. Beat the egg. And the last coating is I have some Panko breadcrumbs. You can use regular breadcrumbs if you want. What happens with Panko breadcrumbs, they are Japanese breadcrumbs and they're extremely fluffy and light. So they will make your onion rings extremely fluffy, light, and super crispy. So we're just gonna kind of put some here, about a cup. That's it. That's all we need. I'm gonna recuperate over here for a second and I'll come back to you and we're gonna do the shake, dip thing. The oven is at 375 and it's piping hot. I have a cookie sheet here with foil and some spray on it. I'm gonna take all my onion rings and put them in the flour. This is the fun part. You can even ask your guests to do it because it's so much fun. Look, 1 little onion ring. We're gonna close it up and we're gonna shake it. This is always the funnest part there is. Whoops. You want to make sure that the onion, because it's wet with all the juices, will be coated in a flour, and it will help the egg to stick, which will help the panko to stick. And also it has the spices in it, so it will make it flavorful. Okay, I think we should be done at this point. Got the egg, got the panko. There we go. Let's not drop our cameraman here. Take the egg, put it in the egg. Kind of move it around. I also sometimes flip it over, move it around, out, in the panko. And here I'm going to shake it a little bit. See it? Isn't that cool? A perfectly coated onion ring ready for baking. I'm going to do it one more time, just for you. Onion ring, egg, coat the egg. Get it out. Whoops. Get some extra egg off of it. In the panko. Shake it. That's it. Perfectly coated onion ring again. So now I'm going to lay out all of our onion rings, and just so you know, when you have little pieces like this, after I coat them, I'm gonna put them in the middle of the big one, just to save the space, because there is not a lot of them, but when you lay them all out, the big ones take up a lot of space. So this is it. I'm going to coat them all, I'm gonna put them in the oven, and I'm gonna tighten them, and I'm gonna come back to you with the time, taste test, and maybe some dipping in the ranch dressing. They look this beautiful. Onion rings took about 15 minutes in the oven at 375, and I had them a little bit up higher than I usually bake. So they look amazing. If you want them to be a little bit more golden brown on the top, you can always spray them with a cooking spray, like last couple of minutes. Keep an eye on them. I mean, I think they look amazing. Let's have a taste test. So an onion ring, I have some ranch dressing right here. There it goes. Yum. Onion is sweet, perfectly cooked. The outside is crunchy, crispy, delicious, light, flavorful. It's just really good. This is the deal. When the camera goes off, air's gonna be all over this. It's probably the only one I'm gonna get. I'm Zhenya. This is Zhenya's Kitchen, and this is my take on oven-baked onion rings.